Watch out, Valve. While you were sleeping, the new era of Xbox just officially began. And it's not what any of us expected. See, Phil Spencer's gone, Sarah Bond is out. The internet has spent the last year screaming that the Xbox is dead because they're putting their exclusives on PlayStation 5 and Nintendo. But today, the new CEO, Asha Sharma, just broke her silence on X. She didn't just tease a console, she confirmed a new codename, Project Helix. And here's the kicker. It's not just a console. The rumors seem to be true. She's officially confirmed that it will play your PC games natively. No cloud, no lag, no BS. But I've been digging deeper. This Project Helix isn't just a name change, it's the evolution of the Magnus APU that we've been tracking for months. We're talking about a machine that may cost $800 or up, but it will run Steam and quite literally embarrass anything the PlayStation 6 does before it even launches if it comes out at a similar price. Today, we're going beyond that tweet on X. We're looking at the leaked RDNA 5 Speaks, the 4 Horsemen 2026 game lineup, and why Microsoft is betting the entire house on a hybrid future. Is this the return of Xbox or the final nail in the coffin? Well, let's get right into it. Let's talk about the hardware because to me, this is where things get spicy. For over a year, we've heard the name Magnus. That is the chip, the actual silicon, the brain of Project Helix. According to the latest leaks from Moore's Law is Dead and supply chain reports, Microsoft has finalized the design, and this thing is a monster. We're looking at an AMD RDNA 5 GPU architecture. To put that in perspective, the Series X is RDNA 2, and it is a monster. We're speaking 2 entire generations of tech leap. The specs, 68 compute units, that's nearly 30% more raw power than the Series X. That's pretty impressive. 48 gigabytes of GDDR7 memory. That's an insane amount of RAM for a console. Why so much? Well, this thing also has to run Windows. They're probably going to be splitting these tasks. 110 TOPS NPU, and this is for the Super AI resolution. Think DLSS, but Xbox, right? And this isn't just a Series X Pro. This is a small form factor gaming PC disguised as a console. Similar to what Valve was running, but it seems like this thing is going to be leaps and bounds stronger than that. The die size is reportedly at 408 millimeters. That's a 46% increase than what Sony is rumored to be putting in the PlayStation 6. Microsoft is tired of losing the power argument, I guess, or even coming close. They aren't just trying to beat Sony in this department, they are trying to lap them. But here's the part that actually matters to you and me, see? Asha Sharma said Helix will play your Xbox and PC games. And look, we grew up in an era where, gaming was, first and foremost, important aspect of just being a complete game, right? You bought a disc, you put it in, it worked. Lately, Microsoft has been trying to turn Xbox into a service, but Project Helix could feel like a return to its roots with a massive twist. The rumor mill says that Helix will allow Windows mode or a dual boot. Now imagine turning on your Xbox and having a toggle for the Steam big picture mode. If this thing can play Steam libraries, your Epic Games libraries, your GOG and Xbox library all in one box, and if it's affordable, you may not need a PC. This thing is a PC, right? If it's running Windows, you can do PC things on it. This could be Sharma's edge by opening the doors to that PC storefront and catering to the Xbox fans. She's making Xbox the most open platform in history, but there's a catch. This tech isn't going to be cheap. The Magnus chip alone is so expensive to produce that analysts are predicting $800 to $900 to start. Are you ready to pay PC prices for an Xbox? Hardware, of course, would be nothing without games, and 2026 is shaping up to be the 25th anniversary of Xbox. Insiders are calling the 2026 lineup the Four Horsemen of Gaming. Microsoft knows they've lost trust. Asha Sharma knows she needs to rebuild. They know that people are pissed that Sea of Thieves is now on PlayStation 5, that Halo made the jump. So they're going to be bringing out the big guns to launch alongside Project Helix. Because, yeah, this thing is rumored to be coming sometime next year. Halo Campaign Evolved, a total reimagining of the original Combat Evolved, that's already out. We know that Gears of War E-Day, the gritty dark return to the horror roots of Gears, is coming. Fable, the long-awaited reboot. And Forza Horizon 6, set in a rumored location that finally moves the needle. Well, we know, we've seen that. If they launch Helix with native PC support and some sort of ports or enhanced versions of these 4 games, that would be a hell of a comeback. But again, I'm just the middle of the ground guy, right? I've seen Microsoft fumble the bag before. They have a history of great hardware with no soul. Can Asha Sharma bring the soul back? I feel like it's been since the Xbox 360 lost. Here's where things are going to get a little shaky, or maybe more of a reality check than anything. See, because Sarah Bond's resignation might have been like a shock. Everybody thought she was going to take over. Phil Spencer's retirement felt like the end of the era. And frankly, many of us felt like the console war was over and Sony won by default, with Nintendo leading in sales. But them leaving could actually just be the reboot that Xbox needed. The end of the failed era. And this could be the beginning of the new Xbox. Project Helix suggests Microsoft isn't surrendering. They're changing the rules of the game. They're stopping the fight with Sony. They're doing what Nintendo did, and they're going to try to carve their own niche. They're starting a fight with Nvidia and Valve instead. It's a whole different market. And Microsoft is synonymous with PCs. If Helix is a PC hybrid, it's the ultimate FU to the traditional console cycle. You don't need exclusives if you have every game ever made for PC and Xbox on one device. But will the average gamer understand that? Or will they just see an $800 box and go buy a PS5 Pro instead? I mean, listen. Couple this with the rumors that Sony will be slowly pulling away from PC gaming now. Makes kind of sense. They don't want to have their exclusives or their Sony games play on an Xbox, if that's the case, right? What's the reason to own a PlayStation 5? Look, I'm going to be seeing what is going on at GDC next week to see what else Sharma and the team have to say. But I really want to hear from the veterans. Is a PC hybrid Xbox what you wanted from Xbox? Does the Magnus tech justify the $800 price tag, or is this just another shiny object to distract you from the fact that Xbox games are everywhere now? Comment below. Let's get a real discussion going. No fanboy BS. You know what? F it. Go ahead. Fanboy BS if you want. If you appreciated this deep dive, hit that like button. It helps us out a ton. We are trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. This is Star Flag Media Gaming, and this is the news for gamers who remember when games were actually games. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and we'll catch you in the next video. Peace.